everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Lori Carter, and on behalf of the pastor and our board of trustees, welcome to our Sunday service. We ask that you turn your cell phones off at this time. And to begin our service, I'm asking Julie Arnold to come up and light our 3 candles, symbolizing the unity of body, mind, and spirit. Thank you. Our hymns today will be led by Jamie Ratcliffe. Please rise for our invocation as you are able, and remain standing for our first hymn. Infinite Spirit, I pray that today and the rest of our time on this earth plane and beyond be a time of spiritual renaissance and a period of enlightenment that will heighten values and help everyone realize their true purpose in life. I pray for peace of all that is and for love and light. Amen. Our first hymn is In the Garden. Located on the bulletin that you should have picked up here when you came in, are our Declaration of Principles. Please join with me in reciting these principles together. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule. Whatsoever ye would that others should do unto you, do ye also unto them. We affirm that the moral responsibility of the individual, and that he makes his own happiness or unhappiness as he obeys or disobeys nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul, here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing contained in the Bible are divine attributes proven through mediumship. And now at this time, we're going to say the healing prayer, and please recite with me. Prayer for spiritual healing. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body, and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help, and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and the power of God. And so we are not doing hands-on healing, however, we are going to have a healing meditation now. And so everyone just get ready and relax a little bit. And clear your laps. Meld into your chair. And take a breath in. And release all the tension from the day. Breathe in and release. Another breath in and release. If you have not done so already, allow your eyelids to softly close. Breathe in and release. Breathe in the light of all that is, and exhale white golden light about you. Feel your body relax further. deeper into a state of oneness. Breathe in and release. My body is relaxed and receptive. Become aware of the people here in the Andrew Jackson Davis building. Feel the energy, the vibration of those sitting near you. Know that we are all one, and we all affect the whole. Raise your vibration by thinking good thoughts, love, peace, joy for all that is. Breathe in love and exhale gratitude. I breathe freely without constraints. I am influenced only by positive thoughts and feelings. You feel an energy coming from above. It is a white light, a white healing light. It slowly inches its way toward our crown chakras. As you drift further into peacefulness, feel the vibration of the oneness of all who are here today. Notice your breath slowing. A calmness washes across your body. I am in restful awareness in the spirit. I am spirit. Now take note of your physical being, scanning mentally of any areas of distraction. The energy of the healing white light slowly moves downward, touching in with those areas and lingering where it is needed. Feel the warmth as it heals. Breathe in and release. Sit and rest in this healing white energy for a moment. I have unconditional love for all that exists, all that I encounter from moment to moment. Now focus on your heart center, not just the physical heart, but the entire chest area. Feel the warmth of white light as it heals all of your relationships. Peace, peace, peace. The energy is about us is vibrant. You see a white healing orb on the horizon. It slowly makes its way to you, in front of you. Now you see a person in that. They now appear in front of you. You are pleased to see one another, and you now have a conversation with them. It is now time to say so long to your loved one. Know that you can always bring them to you and speak with them anytime you wish to. The white light continues to heal all that is, the oneness of this group. I give thanks for the divine restoration in my mind, body, and spirit. Now let's quietly use some of our white light to heal all that is. Slowly take a breath in and release some of that white light into Cassadaga Spiritualist Camp. Another breath in and release it to the state of Florida. Another breath in and release it to the United States. Another breath in and release it to the world. And finally another breath in and release it to the universe. Know that you always have this healing white light within. All you have to do is call upon it. And so now take a breath in and release. And open your eyes when you're ready. Now please rise for our next hymn, which is God Will Take Care of You. Our speaker today is the Reverend Gregory P. Kent. He is a certified medium, healer, and ordained minister here in Cassadaga Spiritualist Camp. He is a life member of Lilydale Assembly. He's been involved with spiritualism for many years, and I look forward to hearing what he has to say today. So please welcome the Reverend Gregory P. Kent.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
How are y'all doing? You making it?
These are the times that try men's souls. We have this consolation within us that the harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. What we obtain too cheap, we esteem too lightly. It is dearness only that gives everything its value. Paraphrasing Thomas Paine, 1776, his words are written during the Revolutionary War. His words still ring true today, or any time we find ourselves in conflict or in difficult situations. We all have some levels of stress and conflict going on in our lives, especially today. Individually, shared, or both. Individually, we're working through situations, minor or major, with our daily lives, within ourselves, with our family, friends, work, social, etc. Shared conflicts or distress, like the current pandemic we're all going through, we all share that level of stress. We've been forced into social distancing, as you can see. Shortages at the grocery stores, which we're not prepared for. Restaurants closing, that hurt me a lot. Businesses closing, schools closing, then reopening virtually. And if you can imagine 3 and 4 year olds, preschool, virtually going to classes. If you ever get a chance to see those, they're really something to watch. We're wearing masks, we're wearing gloves. And this week we've seen the riotings with the death of George Floyd. So a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. We all process our emotions differently. I process differently. After 3 weeks of going into the grocery store and seeing shelves empty, I got mad. I got mad. I literally barged to the back of the store where I knew the manager was because I could see someone who looked like a manager. Barged through the open doors, the swinging doors, and said, "What's going on? You're a $1 billion corporation. Why are your shelves empty?" He did the most appropriate thing possible. He addressed my issue. He knew I was mad. He did not confront me. He said, "Sir, we're sorry. We're getting shipments every day. People are coming in and we're starting to ration out one item at a time. We're doing the best we can." I said, "Thank you." All I was looking for was acknowledgement that I was frustrated. I walked from the back and I thought, who in the world was that? That's not me. That's not something I typically do, barge in and demand things. Do I?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Do I? So yes, stress changes people. We change. These are the times that try men's souls, men, women, souls. As U.S. citizens, most of us were not prepared for these restrictions. Kind of caught us off guard. At least it caught me off guard. Rarely has our government, in modern times, forced us into isolation or shutdown. We're not used to that. Other countries are, we're not. Most of us never seen this type of drastic measures introduced here. The harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. I'm not feeling that triumph yet. Not there, not yet. I'll get there, not yet. Not feeling the triumph at this point. So my outlook of life has changed. The current situations have affected me, just like I'm sure it has affected each of you in your own way. The way I react, the way I act, will be different from this day forward. I can now find myself more patient. What a lesson that was to learn. Patience. I can't go to McDonald's quickly anymore. I have to wait in line. I'm learning patience. What we obtain too cheap, we esteem too lightly. I've seen that I take a lot of things for granted, or I've taken a lot of things for granted. I shall be more appreciative of those around me, of things around me, physically, spiritually, economically. Everything has value. Everything is valuable. Everyone has value. Everyone is valuable. Of course, these values are different and unique to each of us. On a basic scale, to be humorous, I'll never look at toilet paper the same again. Honestly, who would have thought? Scarcity of a basic need. But it goes the same for hand sanitizer, hand wipes, all of our basic necessities. Some stores are still empty on their shelves. They haven't quite gotten back to that level. On a larger scale, I'm not going to take my basic freedoms for granted anymore. Don't mean to be political, but I'm not going to take it for granted anymore. I'm going to be thankful every day when I wake up and I go out into the world. I'm going to be thankful for I can now have social interaction. We didn't have that for a while. I'm able to travel again in the future. I'll be able to travel again. I'll be thankful for that. Be able to go out and sit at a restaurant for a meal, and there's more than 20 people there. We'll be able to finally get back to the movie theaters. Things we just take it for granted over these years. These events have left a mark both physically and spiritually on me, and maybe you also. They say habits can change within 30 to 60 days. Well, the pandemic's been going on for that time, so we can expect our behaviors, our patterns to change also, our habits. The pandemic of 2020 will change the way we go about our daily lives. As soon as everything reopens up and gets back to the new norm, things are probably going to be still a little different. How we socialize, how we do business is going to probably be different. During the pandemic, I sold my house. I bought a new house. Who would have thought that with the shutdown? Mostly everything was done online and electronically. Didn't think that was going to happen, but it did. We're all going to come out of this just a little different. And guess what? It's okay. It's okay. We're going to be all right. The universe has a unique way of teaching us life lessons. And to me, this is just one more of those life lessons the universe wanted to teach. Maybe we were becoming a little too complacent. A little too complacent with life, and we had to have a reminder. What is important? What is not important? It is dearness only that gives everything its value. There's a lot of social unrest going on right now. We see it. We see it on the news. We hear it on the radios. Individually, we understand what is good and what is bad. We've been taught since we were children what is good, what is bad. What does good feel like? What does bad feel like? Again, it's individually unique. The way I was taught will probably be different than the way you were taught. My understanding, and this is my understanding, the universe does not understand good and bad, positive and negative. The universe only understands harmony and balance in my world. Harmony and balance. The universe is always trying to stay in harmony, always trying to stay in balance, in my opinion. As individuals, we seek harmony and balance in our life, or at least we try. We try to find that happy medium, whatever we do. There are times when we cannot find harmony and balance. Unfortunately, when this happens, we allow the disharmony, we allow the unbalance into our lives. The constant imbalance, the constant inharmony now has become what? Our new norm. For some. We must recognize when our lives are in disharmony or imbalanced state. It's important to recognize when we are in a constant influx and make every effort to move back to a balance and harmony position. We need to find happiness, even if it's only internally. We need to find it. I told you recently I moved. The place I was living was a historical family property. I took it over after my grandparents had passed. But after 13 years, I no longer could find balance and harmony in the house or the property. Was there anything wrong with it? Absolutely not. It was me. I couldn't find the happiness. I couldn't find the balance. I couldn't find the harmony. So I needed to move. Who moves during a pandemic? No, I didn't. But the way I look at it now, hindsight being 2020, I found a house for sale by owner. 2 days later, sitting at a restaurant before the shutdown, someone said to me they were looking for a house in my neighborhood. I remembered it. So I sold, I bought, I moved in 3 weeks. So it was a perfect harmony. It perfectly worked out. Now I don't have to do yard work. I'm so excited. From start to finish, everything fell into place. Every day I see and talk to individuals whose lives are in disharmony right now. They are truly unhappy individuals about some aspect of their life. For whatever reason, they can't find the balance, they can't find happiness. In the past, I would talk to them. I still talk to them, don't get me wrong. And I try to give them advice, only to watch them over and over fall in the same trap of unhappiness. Is it my fault? Am I saying the wrong things? Or are they just not learned that particular lesson in life? It took me time to realize I can't control their lives. I cannot drive through their life car or steer their life ships. The only life I can change is mine. The only ship I can steer is my ship. There's only one person in control of me, and that's me. So I'm going to concentrate more on me, and I'm going to allow you to work out your disharmony. I'm going to allow you to work it out for yourself. If you need me to listen, I'll absolutely listen. If you need my advice, I'll give advice. But then I'm just going to let go. I'm going to let go and allow you to work through it. You have to change for yourself. Great quote, I'm not sure where it came from. I've learned I cannot be the hero of someone else's story. When someone invites me into their story, I cannot morph into the great explainer or shine as the truth holder. I must honor the way God intercepts their story without injecting any of myself into it. I'll listen, but I can't get involved. Sometimes you have to leave people just like you found them. Another quote from a minister from years ago. One day they'll figure it out. One day they'll figure it out. A lot of it is fear-based. It's important to realize it's not your enemies who defeat you, it's your fears. The most important thing you can work on right now is your mindset as we go through all these challenges. During the times of uncertainty and unrest, try and keep your mindset positive. Positive what's going on around you. Look for the positive instead of the negative. Look for the positive. And always remember the universe is listening. Listening to what energies you are putting out. I'm a firm believer, as you sow, so shall you reap. You put out the positive, you'll get the positive. You put out disharmony, you're going to get disharmony. That's my personal belief. These are the times that try men's souls. So guess what? Today's going to be a great day. I just know it. And throughout the day, everyone I pass, silently, I'm going to send you positive energy. All those in this room, all those listening virtually, you're receiving my positive energy. Thank you. And God bless you on your paths. Thanks.
Wonderful words. Thank you, Reverend Gregory. All right, let's see. Where are we at? The Prosperity Bowl. We have a Prosperity Bowl over here to my left. And we thank you in advance for your donations. Also, for those who are listening to us via our I can't even think, thank you, virtual. Thank you, Gregory. Virtually. You can go to our website at cassadaga.org and click the donate button. I thank you in advance for that. And I'd like to have a little prayer right now for that. Please have an attitude of prayer. Infinite Spirit, we thank you for the blessings given today. Please assist with the organization in using these monies for our highest and best. We ask that the gifts given today be returned tenfold. Amen. And now I just have a couple of announcements. Next Wednesday, June 10th, our message bearer for our demonstration of spirit service will be the Reverend Dr. Philip DeLong. Next Sunday speaker, June 14th, will be the Reverend Dr. Phil DeLong. Wow, we're getting double dose there. Our Sunday Lyceum speaker will be Marie Gates. Every Sunday we have Adult Lyceum, also known as Sunday School, from 9:30 to 10:15 here in the Andrew Jackson Davis Educational Building. And at this point, I'd like to say a brief little prayer for those who will be leaving us virtually. Great oneness of all that is, bestow your light of illumination upon all here and their path with a ray of hope. Amen. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.